Today's episode, I'm going to have a quick review of a Unifi U6 long range wireless access point. So if you're interested, keep watching this video. Hi there, I'm James. I'm one of the directors here at Astra Lumos, and as we've got a massive data job coming up, I've got some wonderful Unifi goodies that I'm going to be reviewing just before I program them later on today, and then they get installed later on this week. So first things first is we've got this Unifi. Let's take the plastic cover off. Unifi 6 long range wireless access point. So first things first to notice between this one and the 5 is probably the weight. So these are the new generation. So this is ready for 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So just a quick recap. Up until now, the two wireless internet frequencies, so Wi-Fi frequencies that you generally get inside a home or a business at the moment are 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz is slower but penetrates further due to the reduced size of the actual wavelength. 5 gigahertz doesn't travel as far but is faster. So generally, if you've got something like an iPhone or a Mac or like a new Samsung tablet or a new Samsung mobile phone, and it can pick up both the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz networks, it will aim for the 5 gigahertz network just so that it's got a little bit quicker speed. This is now ready for the next generation. So the next generation is 6 gigahertz, and this particular wireless access point is a Unifi 6 long range. So Unifi do 3 versions of this, of this particular size. So this is the bigger one. This is the long range. So this is more for smaller applications. So less devices simultaneously connected, but further projection of the Wi-Fi field. They do a Unifi 6 Pro, which is designed to have more devices connected simultaneously at high speed. And a difference between this and the Pro is, I'm just going to show that to you. The Pro actually has a secondary Ethernet port. So I have used that in the past. I've used not a 6 Pro, I've used a 5 Pro in the past where I've needed the additional Ethernet port to link onto something else, such as an Apple TV or perhaps a Skybox, something in the vicinity of this wireless access point that needed to be hardwired to the network. The application this is going in, I don't need that functionality, so long range, as this is going into sort of an older Cotswold stone, so really thick wall property where coverage is more important than the number of devices connected at the same time. And then they do Unifi, that is, do a Unifi 6 Enterprise Edition, which is designed for things like airports or theatres where you've got sort of hundreds of people connecting to the same access point at the same time, and they all need consistent connection, consistent speeds, that sort of thing. What really is interesting is I've got a few other bits that came in the box here that I'm just going to show you. So this is the mounting disc. You can see that it's got loads of different holes, loads of different ways to mount it. What is really clever is you've got this little paper disc with the little bubble on there just to make lives a bit easy. Previous generations, trying to guess where this hole was in relation to the mounting points could be a little bit tricky. However, my favourite tool in their fixing kit, my absolute favourite tool, which I'm going to show you now, is, if I can get them out, is this tiny little key. And the reason why it's my favourite tool is because when it happens, you obviously fix that onto a wall. This then pushes flat and you slide it along and it locks in place. Trying to get one of these off a wall or off a ceiling by sticking a screwdriver through the tiny little hole to lift up the thing, nightmare. Absolutely nightmare. I used to say to the chaps on site, whatever you do not lock this in place because you will never get it off. So the fact that Unifi now include this tiny little key, music to my ears. That's just a quick roundup of Unifi 6 long range. Great piece of kit. Looking forward to getting it all programmed, up and running, and making sure that our client later on this week has solid Wi-Fi going forward. I've got a few other bits, so carry on watching in the next few videos and we're going to be looking at a couple of switches and just their differences. So see you on the next video.